All right, Kent Business College apprentices, welcome. Think of this as your first official mission. We're about to jump headfirst into marketing strategy and planning, and trust me, by the end of this, you're going to have everything you need to crush those assignments and totally nail your endpoint assessment.
Okay, let's dive right in with a super important question for you. Think about your job right now. Are you a marketing pro, calmly building this awesome empire with a solid plan? Or are you more of a marketing firefighter, just sprinting from one blaze to the next? Come on, be honest, we've all been there.
So first things first, we've got to face the #1 villain in every marketer's epic tale. I'm talking about the chaos monster. And yeah, this thing absolutely loves it when you don't have a plan.
You see, without a plan, you're completely stuck in that firefighting mode. You're not out there creating cool opportunities. Nope, you're just reacting, bouncing from one emergency to another. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? That frantic, last-minute request from your boss, that one tweet you sent out that accidentally started a whole new dumpster fire. It is exhausting, and let's be real, it gets you nowhere fast. But hey, you're not defenseless against this chaos. You've got a shield, and it's called a solid marketing plan. This thing gives you laser focus and a clear direction. It gets your whole team marching to the same beat. And this is the best part. It gives you a way to actually prove that all your hard work is making a difference. Suddenly, tracking those KPIs isn't a chore. It's you showing off your wins.
Okay, let's look at a real-world hero who used this shield to totally slay the competition. I'm talking about Tesco. Back in the 90s, they weren't just sitting around guessing what their customers wanted. Oh no, they were digging deep, like super deep, into the data.
So they're looking at all this shopping data and have this aha moment. What if they created a loyalty program? And boom, the club card was born. And this wasn't just some gimmick, you guys. The data proved that once people had that card, they started coming back 16% more often. 16%! That is a massive change in how people shop. And the impact? It was absolutely massive. That one single, data-driven idea launched their market share up to 21.2%. It literally rocketed them right past their biggest competitor, Sainsbury's, and put them in the #1 spot. Just like that. So what did that mean in real money? The result was an estimated £600 million in extra sales. Wow. See, that is the power of a plan built on a real customer insight, not just wishful thinking. It's the ultimate proof that marketing can drive huge business value.
So here's the big takeaway, the crucial thing you have to remember. For every single marketing plan you ever make, you have to ask yourself this one question. How is this plan going to support our business goals, and what real customer insight is it based on? If you can nail the answer to that, you are on your way to winning. Every time.
Okay, you ready for your first secret weapon? I want you to think of this like a super cool gadget for your marketing utility belt. It's a framework called the SOSTAC model. And trust me on this, it is an absolute game changer.
So, what is SOSTC? It's basically your strategic blueprint. A really simple 6-step guide that just walks you through building a marketing plan right from scratch. It makes sure you don't miss anything important. So, let's break it down, step by step.
All right, first up is S for situation analysis. This is where you put on your detective hat. You're trying to answer one big question. Where are we right now? You're out there gathering clues, doing a SWOT analysis, snooping on what your competitors are up to, and taking a hard look at your own company's data.
Next up, we've got O for objectives. Think of this as putting a pin on the map. It answers the question, where do we want to go? And this is where you'll set those super clear, SMART goals. You know the ones: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. No vague wishes here.
Then we have our second S. And this one stands for strategy. This is your big picture plan for how you're actually going to get to that destination. And listen, we're not talking about specific tweets or emails just yet. This is higher level. It's about deciding who you're targeting and how you're going to position your brand to win. Okay, now we get to T for tactics. And if the strategy was the blueprint for the house, while the tactics are the actual tools and materials you use to build it. We're talking about all the specific stuff, the actual content you're going to make, the social media ads you'll be running, those email campaigns you're going to send out.
After that comes A for action. Because let's be honest, a plan is totally useless if you don't do anything with it, right? This part is pure project management. Who's doing what? When is it due? How much can we spend? This is what turns all those great ideas into a real-life to-do list. And last but not least, C is for control. This is all about asking, how do we know if we're actually winning? So you're tracking your KPIs, you're measuring your results against those objectives you set way back at the beginning. And honestly, this might be the most important part, because this is where you learn what worked and what didn't. And you take all those lessons and feed them right back into the start of your next plan.
And look, this isn't just some textbook theory. A real company, the digital bank Monzo, used this exact SOSTAC blueprint to take on a huge challenge, launching their bank in the US. They went through every single stage, step by step, from analyzing a totally new market to using real-time data to control how the launch was going.
All right, you've got your first weapon. Time for number 2. So, if SOSTAC is your big, detailed, heavy-duty blueprint for a major project, I want you to think of APIC as your fast, nimble cycle for making constant improvements.
So APIC stands for Analysis, Planning, Implementation, and Control. But its real magic is that it's a loop. It's a cycle. You analyze what's going on, whip up a quick plan, put it into action, and then check the results. And that control part immediately feeds right back into a new analysis. This is how you constantly test, learn, and adapt. It's what keeps your marketing from ever getting stale.
Okay, let's take a breath. You've stared down the chaos monster. You're now armed with not one, but 2 powerful strategic weapons. So now it's time to figure out how you're going to use them on your quest.
So which one do you pick? Well, think of it like this. You're going to pull out the big SOSTAC blueprint when you're planning something huge, like your big annual strategy or launching a major new product. But you'll use the quick, agile APIC cycle for things like your monthly social media plan or when you need to quickly tweak a digital ad campaign to make it better. See? They're not enemies. They're just different tools for different jobs. And knowing which one to grab is going to be absolutely key for your EPA.
And there you have it. You are now officially equipped with the frameworks you need to build winning marketing plans both in your day job and for that EPA. You've got the shield, you've got the weapons, so the only real question left is, what marketing monster are you going to slay first?